Hello everyone, this is Ian Lamont. I'm the publisher of In 30 Minutes Guides, including PowerPoint Basics in 30 Minutes. And here are the 5 big mistakes that I see new PowerPoint users making when they're making their first big presentation. And let's get started. So the first mistake that I see people making is they have too many slides in their presentation. And here's an example presentation that I have, and you can see that it's more than 100 slides long. And you may be wondering, well, if I'm criticizing this, why do I have a presentation that's 100 slides long? And the reason is because this is a master presentation. So typically what I do is I give similar presentations on different topics, and I'll create a copy for each new presentation, and then I'll slash like 70% or 80% of the slides that are in there. Basically, if you're giving an hour-long presentation, you should be shooting for each slide like this is going to be maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then you go to the next slide. So if it's an hour-long presentation divided by 2 minutes or 3 minutes, then you're talking about 20 or 30 slides or so, not 100. The second mistake I see people making is they're forcing people to read too much. And you can see that I have some reading here, but it's not hard to read these little bullet points right here. What I see people doing is they'll have like an entire paragraph of text or a huge paragraph of text, and they'll expect people to read through it. Sometimes it's necessary. Like you can see on this particular slide, I do have a paragraph of text because I think this is important to the topic that I was describing. It's basically a statement from the mission statement of Amazon. So I wanted to include that, but I didn't include the whole mission statement. It's just one single paragraph. And generally what you want to do is you do want to keep text brief as you can. I know that some people, they actually don't even like to have a two-line bit of text. Like they want it just to be one line of text. And I think that's a little bit too militant. But keeping the text short is definitely going to be on your side. It will make it easier for people to be able to get through it. And another thing that I see people doing is they'll have something like this. They'll have some text on there, and then they'll repeat the text that's on the slide. So what's the point of repeating the text that you already have showing on the screen there? Basically, when I came to the slide, I say, Amazon's mission statement, they just say that customer obsession is at the center of everything that you do. Like you can find this on the website. That's what I would tell people. I wouldn't start from top to bottom reading all the text there. Yet I do see some new PowerPoint presenters doing just that, and it's really a mistake. The next thing that's a big issue, I think, is the lack of visuals in some presentations. So for instance, for this particular presentation, I was talking about Amazon fulfillment centers, and guess what? I actually got a satellite photo of an Amazon fulfillment center to illustrate this part, the scope of what I'm talking about. And you can see that I'm also using instead of just using straight up bullets, I'm using these colored boxes. I have a lot of charts that are going on here. A chart, by the way, is a fantastic way to illustrate complex information. And again, I'm not repeating every single data point that's in here. I'm just calling out a couple things and then letting the audience read it for themselves. And then finally, the last thing that I see, the fifth mistake that I see people making when they're making a presentation is they don't have breaks. And a break can be anything. It can be something like this where it's just a title slide. It gives you a chance to slow down and say, okay, we're on to the next section. Maybe you can offer to take like a 5 or 10 minute break so people can stretch their legs or get a drink or whatever. But also it's just a way to pace the presentation. It's not slamming into the next section right away and trying to cram as much information into their skulls, because that just won't work. Another thing that I frequently do is I'll stop at a certain place in the presentation, and then I'll say, what do you think about this? Does this make sense to you? So I can get a little bit of a dialogue going, and it's a way to break up just me talking all the time. So those are the five mistakes that I see a lot of new presenters making. I've made those mistakes in the past myself, and I'm not happy about that, but I learned from my mistakes. And now I think I give much more effective presentations using PowerPoint, which is a very powerful tool. If this video helped, please take a moment to like it, follow me, and I'll see you next time.